Alright, hello everyone, welcome to another stream. Today we'll be doing the usual procedure, some puzzle rush, some blitz, some game analysis, accepting challenges from any viewers that are here. Alright, so this is the first time I'm trying out background music.
Music licensing reimagined.
Hello my friend. Hello. Welcome. One very interesting initiative, what we're going to be doing for a new playlist series will be analyzing games of the subscribers. So I'll be making a post on YouTube soon, either today or tomorrow, encouraging everyone, subscribers, to send in their best games or any games that they would like analyzed, and either in a live stream or in a video I'll be going through those games. So that's well encouraged. So you all let me know. Will be I UAE. I don't understand what you mean, my friend. What do you mean will be I UAE today though? Do you mean you're going to UAE or what exactly? Y'all let me know, how is the music? Is the music too loud? More than my voice? Is it fine? First time I'm trying out with this. Alright, let me start solving some puzzle rush to warm up. To warm up my morning with that. Alright. Get some puzzle rush going in here. Usual 3 minutes. Alright, let's warm up. Okay, this is mate. Looks pretty green. It's mate. It's mate. Mate down here. Mate here. Mate. Mate. Checkmate. Free bishop.
Artlist.io. Music licensing reimagined.
Alright, let's try to solve these puzzles.
Artlist.io.
It's mate here, very nice one.
Music licensing reimagined.
Alright, probably at 94. Mate. What's this? Nice way to win a piece. Free queen. Now just move. Get free night.
Artlist.io.
Check.
Music licensing reimagined.
Almost got it one. Alright, very good that you are good. I'm good as well. So if you all have any different music preferences, I could put on something else. But I like this song for now.
Artlist.io. Music licensing.
Try and make some
reimagined.
record here. All time high puzzle rush.
Artlist.io. Music licensing reimagined.
Free night. Free queen. Mage. Mage. Mage.
Artlist.io.
Yeah.
Artlist.io.
Just interesting puzzle. At 53 more seconds.
Music licensing
Stream will
reimagined.
be probably 1 hour 30 minutes. Won't be too long. But what I was telling everyone what I'm going to be doing in general as a YouTube idea, maybe on the next stream, is I will be encouraging subscribers to send their games and then I will analyze them live.
Artlist.io. Music licensing reimagined.
Yes.
Artlist.io. Music licensing reimagined.
Where's mate here? Huh? Wait a second. Pre-roll.
Artlist.io. Music licensing reimagined.
Bishop H2, King H2, Knight G4 maybe.
Artlist.io.
Maybe I'll be starting to analyze some games. I'll be analyzing some games from some world champions. Let me get the games.
Music licensing reimagined.
Okay, I'm getting some other music soundtracks to have.
Artlist.io. Music licensing reimagined.
Alright, just give me 1 second, guys. Getting some different music here that I could put.
Artlist.
Can't get some music. Alright. Put up some new music there.
Artlist.io.
No, we won't play any tournament soon. I'm not sure when. Maybe in the summer or a little bit before, we will see. You hear the new music, guys? Can you all hear it? Alright, so we got some new music going. And now we'll be
Artlist.io.
analyzing some games of some legendary world champions. Today I will look at Bobby Fischer. And Bobby Fischer was a favorite player of mine, and he was a true legend. So we'll be getting out Bobby
Music
Fischer
licensing
here.
reimagined.
So you playing? Where do you playing? Okay. What tournament is that? Is that some specific tournament or just a open? Is that a special tournament you're playing in, or what kind of tournament is that?
Artlist.io.
Alright, so I'm getting the games
Licensing reimagined.
of the famous Bobby Fischer. He was really a legendary player. After he won the World Championship, he didn't play. He didn't play too much again.
Artlist.io.
Alright, I'm going to be pasting it into chess.com. Learn, we'll get our train analysis.
Music licensing reimagined.
Alright, can you guys see the board? Alright, nice. So we're going to be looking at today Bobby Fischer versus Boris Spassky. This game was played in the famous World Chess Championship match. And this was game
Artlist.io.
number 3, which was crucial. So if anybody knows the history of the World Chess Championship match, Fischer Spassky, the first game was won by Boris Spassky. He won the first game, and then he won in a very strange fashion. Fischer made a crazy blunder. He just trapped his own bishop, and then Spassky was in a leading position. In the second game, Fischer forfeited, and then he was left to come back in the remaining games, which was not an easy task. So let's start a look at the game here. So d4 was played by Spassky,
Music licensing.
and Fischer, he opted for, after knight f3, the Benoni with pawn to c5, which just usually is considered these days a little bit dubious, not supported by the engine, but we still get a lot of people playing it, and this is like an option. If you want to play for a win, you play for this. And you know, Fischer generally was someone who played narrow openings. He didn't have a wide range of choice. He played, for example, the Najdorf was one of his main weapons. Played the Nimzo. I believe he also played the King's Indian. And the Grunfeld.
Reimagined.
So Fischer was really, he was not too predictable here. So after c5, white played d5. Fischer took, plays d6. Knight c3 is played by Spassky. g6, knight d2, knight bd7, which was very interesting why he chose knight bd7 before bishop g7. I don't think it's a big difference. e4 was played, bishop g7, bishop e2. So Spassky is going about the right plan. So generally in these positions, white should put his knight on the c4 square. Why? Because black has this weak pawn on d6, and the knight on c4 really puts some pressure on that pawn. And then it also supports if white ever wants to play some f4 and e5. And generally white supports it with a4, and the knight has a very good outpost on the c4 square. Black castles, white castle, and if Fischer played rook e8, Spassky played queen c2. So Spassky for now is consolidating the center. He's trying to keep everything well defended, everything under control and stable. And here Fischer, he started to surprise. He started to surprise Spassky. He played the move knight to
Music
h5.
licensing reimagined.
A very provocative move that's allowing white to capture and double the pawns towards the h file, which looks very strange at first. I know many players had a strong debate about this move that Fischer played. A lot of people thought it was straight out bad. A lot of people thought it was a genius move. But for the situation in the match, Fischer needed a win. And in order to get a win, sometimes, especially against strong opponents, you need to complicate the position. You need to complicate the game. That's what Fischer did here. He played knight h5 and he's inviting white to take it, double his pawns, and to leave him with this bad structure. However, in return, Fischer gets the bishop pair, and the g file is actually open towards white's king, which we'll see that Fischer could actually use it. Not that simple at all. So it's very clear black wants to bring his knight to f4. So it's not too sure how white should deal with this. Bishop took. Spassky was a principal player. If it's one name out, Spassky, he wasn't a scared player. He wouldn't back down from the principal choice. And Spassky went ahead with knight c4. So Spassky now is continuing with his plan. He says, okay, why should I back down knight c4? He's attacking d6. And Fischer played interestingly knight e5, trying to trade the knights here. And if white takes, Fischer would be happy to fully utilize his two bishops and get rid of the strong knight on c4. Knight e3 was played, however. Spassky didn't want to play knight e5, bishop e5, and allow the bishop to get very active. He was afraid that after bishop e3, Fischer would play queen h4 and making it a little bit unpleasant here. And the idea is after f4, Fischer would perhaps go for this idea. The idea is that e takes this, rook e3. Black has the e file, he wants to come in with rook e8, very messy position here, but black is staying very active. And if queen c3, rook e4, and the bishop would love to just come here or here, but it's a bit chained in. So black is doing alright in this position. Not doing too bad at all. So in the game, Spassky played knight e3. So the idea that he wants to look at the weakened f5 square that was taken. So for anyone in chat, how would you guys continue here if you had the black pieces? What would you play here with black?
Music licensing reimagined.
What would you guys play with black?
Artlist.io. Music licensing reimagined.
Very good. Knight g4 is excellent and better than the move Fischer played in the game. Knight g4 was the last chance to use the g4 square, and if he takes, then you take hg4, and now this is prophylactic against any f4, and black could now continue some queen h4. And even you could imagine queen h4, rook e5, rook h5 is not that hard to imagine. White would play f3, and then black could even continue in style of this crazy f5. So this really is getting very messy here. Something like this b6, rook f8, and something like this would be interesting. In the game, Fischer decided to play queen h4. Very aggressive move. Probably coming out for the kill here. Bishop d2 was played. And now knight g4. f3 was the right decision here for white. If Spassky would have played f3, that's a good question. How Fischer's going to continue any sort of attack? Because now he can't play knight g4. His queen has no threats on h4. And there's no clear way to increase the pressure. If Spassky would have found this f3, Fischer would have been in some trouble.
Artlist.io.
Bishop d2 was played and black happily went knight g4. And Spassky allowed this, which Fischer was quite happy about. Bishop f4 was now played, and now queen f6 coming back, asking white where he's going to go with his bishop.
Music licensing.
And one here played g3, which is a little inaccuracy. Problem with g3 is you're weak on all these light squares around the king. And simple move bishop d7 was played by Fischer. There's no need to rush with any action before developing the pieces. And here a4 was played. Fischer played simply b6. The idea is he wants to meet a5 with b5. So this is like a typical prophylactic reaction. If black does nothing, then a5 will come. So black plays b6 in order to meet a5 with b5. a6 was played by Fischer, so slowly he wants to play b5. Rook e7 was possible to bring you two rooks, and then white could probably play queen d3, going after the pawn. But b5 here was played by Fischer. Rook e1, queen g6. Keeping a little pin here. b3 was played. And rook e7. Black is ready to come with his two rooks. Then black played rook b8 defending. Spassky took. Played b4. If Fischer took, then knight a2 would come. He's going to get back the pawn. And the knight would stand very well on b4. Fischer went c4. And now rook e8 all his pieces in the game. And black has his pass c4 on this powerful bishop. Rook e3 was played, and now Fischer went h5. So black didn't have any immediate breakthrough. However, white is tied down. He can't really move too much. His knight doesn't have any good active squares. And black's bishop is cut in the board. And black's rooks in the game. And black can't really do too much. So he's improving on the other front with h5. King h7 was a very nice idea. He waited one move with king g8, messing with Spassky. And now Fischer decided to take and take the pawn here. Spassky thought maybe he had some mate, but Fischer just came back. Queen b1, bishop f5 now. He could have taken queen d5, but here is queen g5. Queen c2 check, queen b3. King e1 was a little bit better. As fast, Fischer could play c3, c2.
Artlist.io.
And it's not too clear how Spassky would get out of this. Queen d4 was played though. And then Fischer's went bishop d3. And Spassky resigned. Because after king e1, queen b4 comes. White doesn't have a single check against the black king. And black is going to be fast with his play. That was how Fischer crushed Spassky. So what did you guys think about that game? How did you all like that game there?
Artlist.io.
All right.
Music licensing reimagined. Artlist.io.
Very good. Yes, it was a very nice game. And I think it's very important to study the games of the World Chess Champions. We truly learn so much from studying their games.
Music licensing.
And I think that we should get acquainted with all the 22 World Chess Champions, including the FIDE World Chess Champions. We should study their games for sure. Alright, now I'll continue some puzzle rush for a bit.
Artlist.io.
Alright, I'm testing this new background music.
Artlist.io. Music licensing reimagined.
Oof, I don't know. I can check. I will check on Chessable. I will have to check. One second. Me? It depends on the position. Depends on the position. But usually as much as it takes. Magnus Carlsen once said you don't need to see more than 3 to 5 moves precisely and accurately. Let me check here. Background music. Where is this? I'm trying to get his background music in. Are you guys hearing the background music? Is it too louder than my voice? Is it fine?
Artlist.io.
Let me know if you guys could hear it. Look, I don't play too much Blitz, but I said I played in
Music licensing
title
reimagined.
Tuesday. Look. And I destroyed some Grandmaster there, look. Let me show the game. I don't play too much Blitz. Look at this game. This is against this famous Grandmaster, Alexander Rustamov.
Artlist.io.
And if you look at his profile here, he beat Carlsen, Nakamura, Ferrugia. So well, very strong Grandmaster. And look at his game. Easily won.
Music licensing
Look at the game.
reimagined.
Bishop F4, C4, CD5, C6, Rook B1, C7, Knight D2, Knight C4, Knight B6 tactics. Can't take because of We need and just I want a piece and won the game very easily. Thank you very much, Stefan. You watched the game. But yes, I'm not a big fan of Blitz. Yeah, but look, to beat Hikaru one time. Not many people could beat him even one time. Hikaru in Blitz, I think he could even beat on on online Blitz, could be the best in the world. So to beat him even one time is a big accomplishment. Not many people could say they beat him even one time. But yeah, I don't like to play Blitz too much. To me, it's nothing more than just fun. It's not serious training or anything. Blitz is, I mean, it's fine if you want to play it for fun, but for training, I don't recommend it for any serious training. Blitz is, you could use it to practice your opponents. I don't know if I would agree with that. I don't know if I would agree with that opinion. I'm not sure. They're very close. They're very close. But you have to remember also online Blitz and over the board Blitz, two different things. Okay. Alright, I can check it out. How do I check that?
Artlist.io.
Okay, I can look at some of your games.
Music licensing reimagined.
So you play the Scandinavian, the solid variation, Queen D8, D4, Knight F6. I don't know if I like this move, Knight C6 here. Yes, in online Blitz, I think Hikaru is probably better than Magnus. Knight C6 here, I'm not too sure how much exactly I like this move here.
Artlist.io.
It looks a little bit dubious to me. Yeah, after D5, Knight A5, the Knight is not staying too well here. So I generally won't like to put my Knight here at all. Bishop E2. E6 was played, was now white wanted.
Music licensing
Perhaps B4.
reimagined.
Played E6, good. Oh, I played Bishop F3. Okay. Knight D5, you play that, that seems reasonable. Knight D5 or E D5, we took Bishop D5, Bishop F5, Queen E2 check.
Artlist.io.
So I guess his idea is, this can't be his idea of C6 here. Why do you not play Bishop E7? What's the problem with this? Bishop E7 and just on a castle king side.
Music licensing reimagined.
Yes, okay. If you have a nice game, you paste the notation in the chat maybe, so I can copy it. Or send me it somewhere. I can go through the game if you have any nice game. Yeah, I don't know about Queen E7. I think Bishop E7 was white. You can if development finish, and also his Bishop on D5 is hanging. Bishop E7. Yeah, Bishop E2. Bishop C2. Yeah, this look like you just blundered. You blundered a PCM. Rook F6.
Music licensing.
So you're fighting back. Very clear. But yeah, looks like you're down a piece here. So I don't know. Okay, you got it back, you blundered. He blundered. Yeah. Can White save anything? Maybe Rook C3 he has to play. I don't see anything else.
Artlist.io.
But then at least, what's this? Can you play like... No, White is still much better. Yeah, White is a big exchange. I believe you gotta play some Rook C. But can you play Bishop B4 here?
Music licensing
With this idea. Looks very interesting. White still, I believe, better here. But he blundered back and... Oh, I don't know why you gave your Rook. Yeah. Better is here. Better if you send me the game here, because I can't check. Because I need to access it from my computer. Better is if you can send it here and I'll be able to analyze your game. So we're looking at some of the followers' games. Watch.
Music licensing reimagined.
Alright. Yeah, this was very good for you here. Yeah, this knight b5. This simple opening trap here. And then e5. Knight e4. Yeah, so after this opening trap here, White is already completely winning after this opening trap with this knight c6. That's why Black is usually playing a6. Knight e4. Queen d5, very good to find. Bishop b4. Queen d5, but here already 93. Yeah, White is already completely winning here. Up too much material.
Reimagined.
Bishop d3. Yeah, got back the pawn here, but White is still up a pawn. And it was very hard. Even Black can't win this at all because White has this extra pawn on the queen side is solid. Bishop c4. Rook d7, this was fine. Here, knight e5, knight c4.
Artlist.io.
Yeah, this was generally fine by you. h6. Knight f2. Knight e4. Yeah, so the knight ended up getting not such in a good spot. Yeah, the pawns managed to come forward here. King f8 was a blunder. But the move was a tough move, f6, and then after, yeah, the pawns went through and that was it. Okay, so that was good. That was a very good one by you. But that's very good. Very good. It was a good game by you. Alright, Stefan, where's the link? I'm waiting for the link. I don't see it yet.
Music licensing reimagined.
So for anyone that's new here, please drop a message in the chat. You know, we're analyzing some games of the followers, subscribers. So are you able to paste the link, Stefan, or what's going on? I don't see the link. Are you sure you put the link? I see you said you sent your last 3 messages. I don't see any link.
Music licensing reimagined.
I don't see any link in YouTube. Can you send me on chess.com maybe? See if you can send me on chess.com. So I don't see it on YouTube. Maybe YouTube doesn't allow it. So we're just waiting for one of the subscribers to send across his game, and then I'll analyze it.
Artlist.io.
So was it a game with him on chess.com, or it was a classical game?
Music licensing reimagined.
To increase 200 elo in one day, you could use the engine. That's the only way in one day, but that's not fair, so I won't recommend that. So there's no way in one day to increase 200 elo chesses. Chess is a long, strenuous game. It takes a lot of time.
Artlist.io.
Alright, so we're analyzing a game here from our subscribers. Playing against a FIDE master from Bosnia. Okay, so e4 was played.
Licensing reimagined.
e5, knight f3, knight c6, bishop c4, c3. So he wants to play d4. d4 was played, so this is, and b4. This is I believe this Dubov gambit line that was played by Daniil Dubov in a famous game that he won against Sergei Karyakin.
Artlist.io.
Bishop b6, e5. Alright, going on the hunt. 94. So it looks like White here knew his theory, was well booked up. His Dubov gambit, and White was playing relatively not too slow.
Music licensing reimagined.
So someone asked, isn't there any way to earn in chess? No. Bishop d5, knight c3, knight c3, dc3, and bishop g5 here. I was kidding, of course there are many ways to earn in chess, but only if you're a very good content creator or a strong title player. If you're like some average chess player who plays for fun, it's not. I don't see how you could earn from chess. You can earn either as a coach, you can earn either as a content creator, or you can earn from chess writing some books or making courses. I don't think if you're like now starting out and want to earn from chess, I mean you could try winning some tournaments at your rating division to get some prizes, but generally people who want a coach are not going to hire someone who doesn't have a title. Well, yes, generally I earn from placing in tournaments, but chess players don't earn the most from placing in tournaments. They earn the most from coaching and courses. So I have 5 chessable courses out, and they all have earned pretty decently. Bishop g5, knight e7, castles.
Music licensing
Castles, very good. Bishop b3. So it looks like black is a little bit stuck. He can't so easily come out with his pieces here. h6 here. At first I really like how this move looks. Queen d3. Is this a brilliant move? Queen d3 is a brilliant move actually. Brilliant move, queen d3. Wow.
Artlist.io.
Brilliant move. And if d5, you wanna go bishop c2. Wow. This queen e3 is a very brilliant move actually. Bishop was under attack, and I played queen e3. Wow. Brilliant move.
Music
And now,
licensing
yeah, it is bishop
reimagined.
c2. If black takes knight g5, you want mate. Is black just lost there? This looks like black is just lost. Wow. And the point is after knight g6, simply queen g6 and mate. Very quick game, only 16 moves. That's a miniature. That's a brilliant game there. Very, very well done.
Artlist.io.
Okay, if the highest rated player in your country is, you actually know Anish Giri. I think he's originally from Nepal. I think he's half from Nepal or something like that, Anish Giri. I heard something like that. I think Giri has some origins from Nepal. So yeah, do you have a current FIDE rating now? What's your situation? Very good. Huh. So if you are around, yeah, to reach 2300 FIDE is not it will be a little bit challenging, but possible.
Music licensing reimagined.
Yes, so Giri is from Nepal. So Nepal has a super grandmaster. Alright, hello, we have a new visitor here. Welcome to the stream.
Artlist.io.
So we just saw that one of our followers here, he played a brilliant game. So black played h6 to attack his bishop. And usually most people would move the bishop on g5. So he played h6 attacking the bishop. But white here, he played a brilliant move, queen to d3. The idea is that he wants to set up his bishop coming to c2 and give checkmate to the king here on g8. And black, he didn't know what to do. He took the bishop. Then white simply recaptured. And the black shock, the FIDE master with black after knight g6. White just took it here because of the pin here. Then now checkmate is unstoppable on h7. And just like that, the game was over. Alright, so if we have anyone new to the stream here, it's good to know something about you. So if we have anyone new here, you could drop a little introduction about yourself. What's your situation with chess? Playing for fun, playing seriously, have some goals, ambitions, level. We could probably do that not now. I mean, we're looking at the games here. With Bivek, Lama. Alright. Well, that's interesting.
Artlist.io.
I can do it on chess.com.
Music licensing reimagined.
So this is our friend here that our follower or subscriber here wanted me to look up. Alright, so we have a 1600 FIDE here. And where are you from? So we have one guy from Nepal. You haven't told me a FIDE rating, the guy from Nepal. Now, where I live in Serbia, we have a lot of workers from Nepal coming here. So you said this guy is the #1 player of Nepal, okay. We played Entitled Tuesday, looks like
Music
it.
licensing reimagined.
So he's a FIDE master, no international masters in Nepal. Well then, my friend, it should be very easy for you to become number one over there. So we have a domestic viewer. We have a domestic viewer from Trinidad. Very good. If anybody knows, I am from Trinidad and Tobago as well. So I'm the highest rated player from there. International master. And small content creator trying out this YouTube now. Trying to pass on some knowledge and wisdom. So alright. So it's very good when I see some domestic players here. Alright. Okay, say something about yourself then. Me, I am around now 23, 20 FIDE. But my highest FIDE rating was 24.77. So I say peak FIDE was 24.70 plus. So I have all my Grandmaster norms. I just need the rating, which is quite a bit. But I will try slowly to get it in some years. Because now I'm more, unfortunately, I have to do some more coaching and make some courses now. So I can't play whatever tournaments I want. But then once the time gets around and I'm ready to play the tournaments, it will be a big massacre. Hello. Welcome to the stream. So we were and if anyone is new here, we were looking at some games of the followers here. So please, if you're coming new here, drop your name, your FIDE rating, where you're from, and if you want any game of yours to be analyzed, you could please drop it in the chat here. Alright, so we have a subscriber's birthday tomorrow. Okay. So he said it's been 1 year of him starting playing chess. Now I think for only 1 year of playing chess, you're actually playing very good. If you play chess for only 1 year, so you're in a very good direction. But from what I've seen, it seems that you're playing chess for longer than 1 year. I didn't know it's only 1 year. You got 2,000 rapid online. No one has sent a game yet, so you can go ahead and send your other game. You can send it immediately. Send it on chess.com again. No one has sent the game as yet. So he said it's been 1 year of I think that at age 15 to improve it, that's the best age. When I was I'm trying to remember where I was. I think I was around 2000 FIDE when I was 15 or so. No, yes, around that. Something around that. But it's never too late, no, especially you have very good age for improvement. So if you're going very well, I think you're in a good position. Alright. So if anyone has any more games, remember, be sure to send them in. Alright, so if anyone's new here, remember, say something. Alright, so it's our subscriber here wants to go through another game. The subscriber is 1900 FIDE, so sort of serious player. Alright, so if anyone's new here again, drop something in the chat. What about the guy from Trinidad? Do you have any games you want me to analyze of yours to review? That's what we're doing here now on the stream.
Artlist.io.
Did you send it? I didn't get the game.
Artlist.io.
Did you send the game, Stefan? I didn't get. Okay.
Music licensing reimagined.
Huh. Let me check. Oh, chess.com is not letting me copy the game for some reason. Seven for some reason is I can't copy the notation on chess.
Music licensing reimagined.
I'm trying to copy it, it's not working for some reason. It's not letting me copy what you sent. Try it in YouTube chat. I know I should paste it and analyze, but I cannot copy it. So that means I cannot. I'm trying to copy the message then to paste it, but it's not working. Try to send it on YouTube in the YouTube chat. Well, what do you want to be refreshed?
Reimagined.
Check the game here. So someone wants a secret into my daily routine. Okay, YouTube, you have to be a mod to paste. Because we have some subscriber wants to send this game for me to check. He sent it on chess.com. But I can't. Stefan, how about this? You put it in analysis or some link.
Artlist.io.
So I could go directly on the link. Just try to send me some link on chess.com, Stefan. Alright, in the meantime, I was going to do a quick puzzle rush. So someone wanted to know my daily routine. What do I do? Well, I have a very specific daily routine. The first thing I do when I wake up in the morning, I have 30 minutes. I read a very important book that's not related to chess. We have it here.
Music licensing.
There's a lot of wisdom and knowledge in here. Does anybody know this book? Does anybody know what's this book? I read this first thing in the morning before I start anything. Does anybody know what's this book? Alright, so we have the game. And then after I read that book, I work on my calculation. Calculation is one of the most important skills in chess. Let me see if I could find the book. My books are always there. This book is good. Imagination. Yes, you are right, my friend.
Reimagined.
You are right. We have it here. This is real wisdom and knowledge we get first thing in the morning. Yes, you are right. There's the book. Read that for 30 minutes. Start my day. And then I start with this book here. Imagination in Chess by, what's this guy's name? Pater Gaprinashvili. He's a Georgian grandmaster, I believe, and he did an excellent calculation book with 700 puzzles. It's a bit difficult, so I wouldn't really recommend it for people who are not title players. It's a very nice book, 700 puzzles, very good book. I have also, this book was quite interesting. But Stefan, it wasn't working what you sent me, this link.
Licensing reimagined.
Aha, I see the game. Very good. Okay, so we have the game from the viewer was finally good. Yeah, this book is not bad. It's alright. It's this woodpecker method too. Everyone says it's some amazing book. But it's an okay book. It's okay, it's good, it's useful, but I think the book is overrated highly. Woodpecker method is what the people claim to do 1,000 puzzles and spam it in your head. I never heard of more rubbish than that. So I did the method myself. Well, I mean,
Artlist.io.
very good. Someone has it on Chessable. Now, these days in the chess world, everyone tries to present some new concepts about some book and they claim they have some magic or something. They think you have 1,000 puzzles, you do it and you do it again, and then all of a sudden somehow some big improvement. Now, what they try to do in the woodpecker method, they claim that chess is a lot of pattern recognition, and I agree with that. I agree that you have to do a lot of puzzles, and pattern recognition is very good. The method wasn't that bad. It was okay. I didn't like the method, but I like the puzzles. They had good puzzles in the book and some solid puzzles. You could see here, like I did it, and you could see like when I take with my pen when I solve a puzzle. I finished this whole book. I also finished the other one because I wanted to see what all the hype was about. Why everyone claimed this book is some crazy book or something. You see, we have a subscriber. He did the whole book,
Reimagined.
and he didn't get 1,000 either. But yes, you see, I don't like any chess world today. Is much harder than it was before. The problem with before is that they would only have few books. So people, if they wanted to study chess, they only had a few books. But today there's too many books. And people selling too much garbage, and there's more garbage books than good books out there. So that's the problem in the chess world today, and it's not a good position to be in, because if you don't have proper guidance or someone to guide you, you'll just read all these rubbish books, and you won't improve. But saying this book is not bad. It's fine. I liked it. I did it. However, I won't claim that you will have some meteoric improvement. I think the book is useful for seeing some patterns and having some good puzzles, but you can't expect any huge training. This book is very good. This is a very good book. Endgame Strategy by Mikhail Shereshevsky. I read this book. What do you want to know about courses? What exactly? Do you want me to recommend some courses?
Artlist.io.
What would you like to know? Yeah, this book is very good. I recommend that. What else do I have here to show? Courses. I liked one Chessable course. If you're talking about Chessable, well, I always recommend my Chessable courses, because of course anybody will do that. But really, if you're looking for a specific opponent, I did some very good quality Chessable courses on the Scotch Gambit with White. I'm with White against Sicilian, and I have a course on how I became an international master in only 5 years, where I go through all of my critical games to the journey. So if you want some courses about some real improvement, where I go into more tips, well, look, you're asking me a very interesting question. It was I make courses too, and I work very closely with Chessable and chess.com. So I don't know. I'll be very careful how I answer that. Now, I don't think there's anything like garbage courses. I won't say there's garbage course or whatever. What I would say is that they sell things what sometimes people buy things what they don't need. For example, if with black you play the French defense.
Reimagined.
That's a good question. Let me answer this first one. So, if you play the French defense with black and you're not even a title player, for example, let's say you 1900 club player, why on earth do you need a second opening against e4? You're not a grandmaster, you're not a world champion. So I think the problem is also the customers as well, and the market doesn't help it. There are all these nice looking opening courses available, and okay, some of them are actually very good. Some of these opening courses are very good. In fact, I could tell you my favorite courses on Chessable about openings that are not my own.
Licensing reimagined.
So I think there's some very good opening courses. However, I think people study things what they don't need. People study things what they don't. Imagine the situation. Imagine someone studies only the end game. He has never studied the opening. He has never studied the middle game, but he has only studied rook end games. He will not even reach the end game. He will just lose in the opening, lose in the middle game. And that's the problem when people today study the opening too much and they don't pay attention to the other parts of the games. In all my students, the first thing I do with them is I limit the amount of time spent on opening work. I don't think you just need one opening, you know it well, you'll be solid. Will I reach that? Rather, we will reach further than that. We will go to 2600. We will go to 2600. Guaranteed. Guaranteed. It's a slow process, but it's guaranteed. Don't worry. Don't worry. It's coming. Yeah, so the thing is, I think in chess, because when you study the openings, you don't learn too many skills. You learn some concrete moves to catch your opponent with preparation.
Reimagined.
But I always believe that you should be very strong in middle game ideas, very strong in calculation, very strong in, for example, your resistance and many positional chess. And then you add the opening. For example, if you would take some players from the top level, they had this Arjun Iragaisi, who's one of the best players in the world now. Some years back, he didn't know openings too well. Now he knows his openings in depth. But some years back, he didn't know his openings too well, but he was still 2700. And only then, when he became 2800 or something, then he started to study some openings properly. And now he has insane preparation. Also, Richard Rapport's 2700. Parham Maksudlu as well. They all got to a very high level with minimal attention to openings. So I think that people spend their time wrongly in chess. They study too many openings and they fall into that loop of never getting down to the real improvement. So if anyone wants any suggestions for a training plan, I always think you should prioritize tactics and calculation. In my opinion, that's at the top in chess. That's at the top. Because a lot of games are decided by these tactical blunders or in some calculation we have to calculate a win. So I would put calculation and tactics at the top. Under that, I think decision making, positional decision making, and positional chess in general is very important. Knowing about different pawn structures, knowing how to play different positions, maneuvering, planning, and all these ideas. Even prophylactic play is very important to have in your games. So I think all those things are important. And then the end game. Then you need to know your basic king and pawn end games, your rook end games, some end game strategy. You should know the golden rules of the end game. And then after that, only then after that, you could think about the opening. Alright, so yes, for example, look, the Scandinavian is okay, but you need to know it well. The Scandinavian is a little bit risky opening, but if you know it very well, you can go it at a high level. If you know it very well. Alright, so someone said he has my courses on his Scotch Gambit and preparation and psychology. Very good. So how did you like those courses? I have a new course coming up, my friend. I think you'll like it very much. In fact, my favorite course I finished. I finished it just a few days ago and I sent all the files to Chessable. I finished a brilliant course. And I've been working on it for a while, but I didn't want to drop the idea. I didn't want anybody to steal my idea. or some other content creator to steal my idea on the course. But it was a very rare idea that not many people thought about. And I got to it and I made a course on it. I'm very glad you like them. The next course you will like very, very good. So what I'm making is I have a 2-part series coming out on every single world chess champion. Every single world chess champion, including FIDE world chess champions. They're 22 world chess champions. And the first course is going to be on the first half 11 world chess champions. And the concept of the course is going to be that in each chapter we're going to look at the best skill of each world chess champion, and we're going to analyze and take away the lessons from games of the best skills of each world chess champion. And each world chess champion had different skills. So in each chapter we have a chance to fine-tune our specific skills by learning from the best who had mastered at the best, which would of course the world chess champions. And it goes back to history. First world chess champion Wilhelm Steinitz, he was the father of chess. He invented all these rules and these positional plays. The father of chess, with first world chess champion Wilhelm Steinitz. After him, we call him the mind bender, Emanuel Lasker. He was the second world chess champion. He had the longest reign for 27 years. He was the world chess champion, longer than anyone, longer than Kasparov, longer than Carlsen. And I think that will be the longest reign in history. For 27 years, he held the title of world chess champion. And after him, and he was a master at psychology. He would choose moves to make the opponent uncomfortable. And he was very good at maneuvering and, kind of taking people into very uncomfortable territory. The third world chess champion was Capablanca. We call him the smooth operator because he was always very slick. He would play these simple moves in these end games with only like bishop and rook versus bishop and rook. He instituted his own rules that would clearly destroy the opponents. One of Capablanca's famous rules in the endgame was that you should place your pawns on the opposite color of your bishop. And I've shown all those things in the course, and the course has more than 300 puzzles. Exactly. Now, the course I made on it has more than 300 puzzles to give you like a real training experience. Not like those other courses that give you some simple tactics, mate, and some rubbish. This real chess material here. I think it'll be the course of the year. I don't think there's any course that could compare to that course in history for sure. I mean, what you want? World chess champions, best skills, one course. That's the best course easily. Alright, so someone here asked how to build endurance like the title players. So what you need to do, you need to every day eat pizza, you need to eat fried chicken, and you need to just don't move anywhere for the day. And then you'll be like Carlsen, you'll be able to sit down for 8 hours, you drink Diet Coke as well, you eat cake, you eat all these oily foods, and then you have built your endurance to sit down for 7 or 8 hours. Or you could be like some other people and you should eat very healthy and you exercise. Usually people do cardio, so they like to do running. Running and swimming is very good for chess. Walking is also good, but basically you need to build endurance with physical exercise. And you could also train it at home. You could practice doing my favorite world champion. Oof, that's a very good question. Well, I can tell you who's not my favorite world chess champion. I never resonated much with Kasparov. I didn't like his style. I mean, he was just aggressive and mate. He of course could be the best player of all time, but I didn't like his style. Carlsen was alright, but he's not for sure not my favorite. Kukish, no. Dingleren, no. I really. You know, it was very funny. Let me see who I like. Tigran Petrosian was very good. I really liked his style. He was very kind of defensive, prophylactic. I like Petrosian, Karpov. My all-time favorite world chess champion for a long time used to be Vladimir Kramnik. He was the kind of chess he played was on another level. Kramnik, kind of understanding he had for the game. Karpov, Kramnik, Petrosian, and Capablanca. But you see, why I like the World Chess Champions was that
I-O.
why I like the World Chess Champions was because, for example, you see Capablanca was like a younger version of like Karpov. So you go like they have the same style like Capablanca, and then an improved version is Karpov, and then an even more improved version of Capablanca and Karpov is Carlsen. Well, not many people like Kramnik these days, but his chess is very good. So you could learn a lot from his chess. And people could say whatever about the guy, but his chess was very good. I mean, he played some of the best chess ever. I think he could even be one of the best chess players of all time. I mean, he knew a lot about the game in terms of chess. What else? Yeah, and he had some good courses as well, but they got removed. So anyways, there was this game we needed to see us now. Tal and Alekin were very good. So you see, a lot of World Chess Champions have some similarities. For example, Tal and Alekin were more like aggressive attacking players. Petrosian and Karpov were on the positional spectrum. Wilhelm Steinitz was the father of chess. He put down the rules of the game, and he said that, Wilhelm Steinitz, he had his own theory. Because, at that time, people would make their own theory about chess. Imagine you don't have any computer, you don't have any engine, and you just sit down with the chessboard and say, okay, I'm making my own theory here. I'm creating my rules of the game. And his rules then, in 1800s and something, is still valid today and still very good. So what Wilhelm Steinitz said in his theory, Wilhelm Steinitz said that when the game starts of chess, it starts in equilibrium, so no side is better. So Wilhelm Steinitz, he claimed that no one has the right to attack at the beginning, because if no side has made a mistake, why should your attack be winning? It sounds all good, sounds logical, because if the game of chess starts at an equal position and someone starts to attack, why should they have the right to attack in an equal position? So what Wilhelm Steinitz said is that chess is an accumulation of small advantages. So Wilhelm Steinitz first would accumulate some small advantage, for example, a weak square, for example, a slightly more active piece, and he would accumulate all these advantages and he would bring them together, and then he would attack when the position was overwhelming. And I analyzed that in my course as well. I really like the course for myself too. I learned a lot while working on it. But anyway, let's see this game of Stefan here. He was waiting. So e4, c5, knight f3, knight c6. So the Kalashnikov. Now if anybody knows the Kalashnikov, is the name of the opponent, but it's also the name of, I think it's the Soviet version of the AK-47. So knight b5, d6, knight c3, a6, kicks back the knight. So b5, he wants b4, knight d5. So yeah, usually in these openings here, white gives up the weak d5 square, but black is playing around on the counter play. For example, white's knight is out of the game for now, so you need some time to reroute it. Knight e7 was played. I like this. Looks interesting. Bishop g5 was played. So black wants to probably take and then move his knight. But the problem with the d5 square here, that's right. Chat is, everyone is fair here. Now let me teach you guys a good tip here. So the d5 square is a weak square. But the problem is, for example, let's say white passes a move. Okay, white would probably take. But if white takes with the pawn, it's no longer really a weak square. So for example, black moves it, the square, a pawn takes this, so the square is not weak anymore. But the problem why the square is weak is because the black's pawn is kind of behind it and is weak. And as long as a piece is able to stay on the d5 square, then white is doing very good. However, the position is not so simple. There's a lot of nuances to the Kalashnikov and Shereshnikov positions. So knight d5, knight d4. This would have been fine. White played bishop g5, and black bravely played f6. You have to always be careful when you play these kind of moves. And white played queen h5, which
Reimagined.
looks very strange at first sight. Huh. g6. Very nice idea. So white played queen h5, provoking g6 on thought. You can take knight f6 and move the queen. But it looks like here,
Artlist.io.
he looks like white is falling apart. It looks not easy at all. Huh. There's some crazy preparation here. Our subscriber had king f7, queen h1, h6. Huh. Yeah, this would probably be hard to find over the board. So guys, how's the background music? Do you all generally hear it well? Is it power in my voice? Is it good? Should I put the music louder, or how should it be? 95. Whew. So there's a pin here, but black went ahead and took.
Music licensing reimagined.
So are you still in preparation here, or? Queen h8, queen a5 check. b4 was played. Huh. Maybe took the knight here. Queen f6 check. Interesting. Knight b4.
Artlist.io.
All right. So he played knight b4. This is a crazy game. It is a crazy game. Now, if anybody asks me what's the best chess style to adopt or to have, the players who play very tactical, like Tal, Kasparov, and the problem with them is, you need a lot of high energy. You need to always be very focused, and you can't miss any moves. In my opinion, the style of like Karpov, Capablanca, even Carlsen is much simpler. They play more on intuition, feeling, and precise short calculation. Kasparov and these attackers, they would play on deep calculation, and they always need a lot of energy to put into that, and it gives them gray hair sooner. So I generally prefer always the style of Capablanca, Karpov, Petrosian, Gramnik.
Music licensing.
So knight b4 was played.
reimagined.
It's a dangerous pin here, and it seems the black king is escaping. Here it is bishop g7, knight e7, took, and knight d5. Ooh, yeah, knight d5 check and knight e7. So white's king is on e2, knight is hanging, queen is isolated, and simply came out with check, bishop back, and oof,
Artlist.io.
the queen got trapped, and that's basically the game there. That was very good. That was very good. Excellent. So alright guys, I've been streaming now for an hour and almost 30 minutes.
Artlist.io.
So I have, to continue with my day. I have some other obligations and so on to carry out. So I'll be ending the stream very shortly. But do you guys have any questions you want to ask? Any last questions? Does anyone have any last questions? Any final remarks that you all would like to ask? Alright, that's very good to see you. Crushed him. Alright, so does anyone have any questions? Anything you would like to ask? Now is the time. Any recommendations or anything?
Artlist.io.
When will the course come out? That's a good question. I don't know. It depends on Chessable. It was up to me. The course would be out now. I could easily film it, and it could be out very quickly.
Music licensing.
When will be the next stream?
reimagined.
Next stream will be tomorrow. Probably in the evening though, I don't think. But my question for you, the guy from Trinidad. In Trinidad, is it not like, what's the time there? Is it not like 6 a.m. or something? So what are you doing awake? Oh, this man got up so early to look at some chess. It should be in Trinidad either 6:42 or 7:42 if I'm not wrong. Quite early. Yeah, but next stream should be tomorrow. I haven't decided, but probably it will be 5 p.m. Central European time. Probably around that time. Could be, I'm not sure.
Reimagined.
Yeah, maybe he's going to school, and before school he's getting trying to learn something about chess. 7:42. It was very early, man. I mean, I 7:42. I'm still sleeping. No, I'm not still sleeping. Maybe back in the day. So yeah, the next stream will be tomorrow around 5 p.m. CET time. So anyone who's not subscribed, please make sure to subscribe, by the way. So every subscription means something, These days, anybody, you see all kinds of people doing chess content. You see somebody just take a microphone, they have no title, and they start to talk. They start to talk with some words of honey, and they start to think, oh, they'll improve your chess. You have to do exactly this and that. And they themselves, some 1500 player, some 1600 player, no title. And they're promising people to get all these big results.
Licensing reimagined.
I had to get a verse for you people. I had to get a verse. Let me search up some important wisdom here. Yeah, he's probably going to school and he's watching the stream before.
Artlist.io.
Yes, I know Joshua. Joshua is very good, man. Joshua, he's very good. He's a friend of mine. Excellent player. Very good. I think he has very good potential. Very, very good guy as well. Very good. Very strong player. Very, very strong. Very good. He has potential for IM and for sure IM. For 100%. I know you, bro. I don't know you. But you didn't say your name or anything. Well, I know who is Joshua. I can't find what I was looking for.
Artlist.io.
Yeah, you, man. I thought it was you. Because we were saying that you're up 7:42 in the morning watching a chess stream. So that we guess that you're probably watching that before you go to school.
Licensing reimagined.
Oh, you mean your school, Seven? But yeah, as I was saying, these days, guys, you have to be on guard. There are many dishonest people out there in the chess world, not giving this good content or anything like that. But chess.com and Chessable, from working there, they have a lot of good people. There, and I really like chess.com and Chessable. They're very good. They have some good courses there. I mean, the only thing is I won't buy a tons of opening courses. The opening courses are good, but you don't need all of them. Just you need one for what you want to play. And then you could take some courses on some middle game. Something like chess.com is excellent for playing. But yeah, these days, you gotta be careful of these deceivers. These people that promise all these things. And I wanted to add some words I wanted to pass on here.
Music licensing reimagined.
So he who speaks the truth tells what is right, but a false witness deceit. The tongue of the wise brings healing. The truthful lips will be established forever, but a lying tongue is only for a moment. Deceit is in the heart of those who devise evil, but counselors of peace
Artlist.io.
have joy. No harm befalls the righteous, but the wicked are filled with trouble. Lying lips, an abomination to the Lord, but those who deal faithfully
Music
are his
licensing
delight.
reimagined.
Yeah, my course is very good, very good. No, can't get better than that on Chessable. And you can see from my last course on the Sicilian, I was thinking about it because I partnered with our other author, FIDE Master Vuk from Serbia, and we did it together. And why, people ask me why I made that partnership. It was because I wanted the best possible quality in my course.
Artlist.io.
And I knew that at that time when I was making the course, I was a little bit busy. I knew that at the time on my own, I couldn't have put 100% effort. So that's why I knew someone who also has the same similar work ethic of me and holds very high quality standards. So I partnered together with him and we did the course together and came out very well.
Music licensing
Usually people would
reimagined.
just give some garbage and just take all the money for themselves. But usually when you do, two people do a course, they split the revenue and share. But I thought that, okay, quality is better. It's just important we need to put out good quality there. But yeah, my favorite course of mine so far, I really like how I became a IM course. It was very good because I gave all my tips, wisdom, advice. And you see the games of me in my different stages of my chess career. So alright everyone, I think, does anyone have any last questions there? So this is the last chance to ask any questions and that'll be it for today. So last chance, do you all have any questions? Last chance.
Artlist.io.
Ooh, unfortunately not, my friend. The courses are not free. They're available on Chessable. So does the guy from Trinidad have any questions?
Music licensing reimagined.
Does the guy from Trinidad have any questions? Alright, well again everyone, thank you for tuning in today.
Artlist.
Special shout out to the man from Port of Spain. I mean most chess players from Port of Spain, so I guess this is a man from Port of Spain. Shout out to Stefan here.
Music licensing reimagined.
And Stefan from Serbia, we give a special shout out to. We have our friend from Nepal who was tuning in. We give a special shout out to him. Alright, so see you guys tomorrow. Thank you very much there. And good luck learning, training. Remember calculation, tactics, positional chess. After that, some strategy, middle game ideas, and only then see about the opening.
Artlist.io.